Hi, my name is Zach Goforth, and in this video we're talking about a cool photography tool called a shutter release and how it can help you improve your light painting. Okay, so this is a tool I have wanted for like 2 years, and I finally got it like 2 weeks ago. It's a great tool, some great features, and honestly it doesn't matter necessarily what brand you go with, but I personally went with a newer brand. So now I'm going to talk about some of the basic features of using a shutter release. One of the features of a shutter release is that you can actually set a timer for how long it keeps the shutter open. Now this can be set to like 30 seconds, a minute, even 16 hours. And the reason why you want to do this is for car trails and star trails. Okay, so another function you can use on your shutter release is something called the long mode. So all this long mode is that all you're going to want to do is set your camera to bulb mode, and it's the B. And all you're going to do is, in order to lock the shutter to leave it open, you're literally just gonna get your shutter, you're gonna push down the button, you're gonna slide it up, and you're gonna leave it there for as long as you want it. For me personally, I use my iPhone, timer my iPhone to time how long it was, and when I was done, I would press it again and slide it back down, and then the shutter would close and I'd have my picture. So the last function I'm going to talk about for a shutter release is called the interval mode. And in this mode, you can do time lapses. So you're going to set it to how many pictures you want it to take, decide how you're going to delay between each photo. And the reason why you're going to delay it, so let's say I wanted to take 400 photos of a sunset. Well, what if I want to delay between each shot to show that movement of the scene? Well, I just literally set to delay 2 seconds, and this function is very effective, and I personally found it very helpful when I did my time lapse. So once you get back to the technical aspect of a shutter release, this is a very fun tool. And so over the last week, I've been done 3 tests to test out some of the basic functions I just went over. So on the first test that I did, it was actually my first attempt at ever doing star trails. And normally I can only do like 30 seconds, and this is not even long. This is not long enough to do star trails. But so the first thing I did was I set my camera to bulb mode, got my phone out so I could time how long the shutter was going to stay open, and then I just locked it with the shutter release. And I did this about 3 times. I got 3 different shots. The first shot was about for a minute, the second shot for 2 minutes, and the third shot for 3 minutes. And then afterwards in post, I got all 3 photos together in Photoshop, and I flattened the image, and I got this. My second test, I decided to do car trails. And all car trails is the front and back of car lights. And normally, I would only be able to do this about 30 seconds, but now, the photo that I was able to take, I did for 60 seconds, and I got this. Also at the same location, also able to do a time lapse. And so I set up my camera almost in the same position. For camera settings, I did ISO 100, shutter speed of 1 second, aperture of f8, and then for the settings on my shutter release, I did like 2-second interval, I think, and a 2-second delay. Nothing crazy, but this is what I got. Final test, I decided to do some light painting. And so all I did was I set my timer on my shutter release to keep the shutter open for 1 minute, and I got these photos. So right off the bat, using a shutter release for light painting is absolutely amazing. If you're a perfectionist, this is great. That means you can really get those detailed shots looking for. If you're creative and you can draw well, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. The only con is that it's going to let more light into the camera, therefore you're going to light up your entire scene, which can be a pro and a con depending on where you're at. I was in my room and I lit up my entire room, which I like my room, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I want people on Instagram to see my room. Now this being said, if you're in an abandoned building, if you're downtown, if you're somewhere really, really cool, this could be actually really cool. But in my case, it was not. Alright, so I'm going to revisit real quickly some of the pros and cons of using a shutter release. I'm going to start with some pros. Some of the pros of using a shutter release is that you can do time lapses. You can do super long exposures. It reduces camera shake because you're not physically touching the camera. And lastly, it's super lightweight. It's fantastic. Now for the cons. Now, the only con for me is that honestly, there's actually not an on-off switch, which is kind of stupid if you ask me, but I don't know why. But the bottom line is it is there and it is a little annoying. The other thing is it takes AAA battery, which is not a deal breaker for me, that this is not as common battery to use anymore. You actually have to go to the store, you actually have to buy those batteries, specific batteries, and this is probably the only thing you're gonna use those batteries for. And the other real con for me is that it's not durable at all. This thing could break easily, but it's no big deal. It's not really a deal breaker for me. For me, the pros weigh the cons, and it's worth the money, it's worth the effort, and honestly, I want to be able to capture stuff I just showed you without the shutter release, and that's why I love it, and I can't wait to capture more stuff on it. In conclusion, a shutter release is a fantastic tool, and it only costs $15. And again, it doesn't matter which brand you go with, they're all pretty much going to do the same thing. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned a lot, and see ya. Peace.